in here. Obviously, it's got some of the little chlorine water tabs hiding and everything. This guy I've had for years too, and it looks kind of funny, but it still works. They're not quite as prevalent as they used to be. They were kind of a big gimmicky thing when I was younger, but it is a activated heat thing, and I'll actually activate it right here. And you pull this little guy here, and you just clip this thing, and you can see this reaction happen to this gelatin material, and actually turns solid instead of this gel, and starts creating an immense amount of heat, and it just becomes this superheated gel. When you really need it, it's there. And the best thing of all, I've had this thing 8 years, is you put it in boiling water until it turns clear again, pull it out, let it cool down, put it back in your kit, and it is a reusable heat thing. You don't need any special kerosene fuels or anything like that. You just, this little tiny disc in here, once you bend it, make that clicking noise, it goes gonzo and turns the liquid solid. Now I'm sure there's, obviously something behind it all, but this is something I've used forever, and it really just keep going. I'll obviously have to boil that now, but that's a good demonstration. I got a little pill bottle of some matches with a strike stick. Got some aloe vera. What else we got in here? Here's a bunch of stomach ache stuff. I mean, a lot of this is pretty good. This I happen to grab out of my work. It's a burn gel. It's kind of an alcohol gel. It helps. It's immense burn cream essentially. It's not quite as the silver stuff that you use in hospitals, but it relieves burns extremely well, and it's one of the things at the restaurant they have in the first aid kit. I snagged a couple. Luckily, haven't had to use them. Most burns in the wild generally just seem to be usually severe or not at all. I've got a little signal mirror, obviously as I'm blinding the camera, and that fits in there quite well. Pretty sure these are all straightforward regular band-aids, large band-aids, medium gauze. Here's all my little waterproof kid stuff. There's a small silver duct tape. That is a small roll. I just took the center out and flattened of that. Let's go back over here. Antibiotic cream, pretty basic. 2 giant things of gauze. These are, and I don't remember where I picked them up. These are the little ammonium crackers that you use to bring people back. Haven't ever been told to use those officially in any sort of manual, but it's one of those things. If you've got a somebody who's had a head trauma, certainly shouldn't be going to sleep until you can get help for them. Obviously, it's not an official medical thing, but I've got them in there. There are good uses for them. Waterproof tape. Here's another one that's obviously, it's picked up quite a bit of dirt on this first couple rolls. I replaced the ace bandage, and this is kind of a vet wrap. And again, this was in my dog's kit, but it is extremely self-clinging, stretchy, but it wraps up and stays in place better than any ace bandage that I've run across. Those other little ace bandages for whether you need to hold gauze over a large wound or whatever, those other silly little stretchy things that you got to use those little cute little clips on that don't even work and fall off, I've always hated those things. Whether you're keeping a heat pad on or cold press on or gauze over a giant wound, or even just spraying your ankle, this is the vet wrap, and it works better than anything I've ever seen. So obviously the outside couple wraps got some dirt. You can see the inside's nice and clean. You could always trim that off and cut it, but until I have to use it, I'm just going to leave the outside dirty. And that was another dog item. Got a zippered thing in here. I do have some other gloves in here. I've got some extremely large gauze sponges for larger wounds. A lot of backups of some other stuff. There's some toilet paper in here, of course. Sorry for the back of my head. Improvised splint. This is an extremely flexible aluminum material, but it holds up once you make a splint with it. And obviously there's better ways to do it, but this isn't my backcountry kit. This is the one that stays underneath my seat of my truck for whatever I need. Tongue depressors. with that in mind, non-first aid items are also, I've got a couple knife sharpeners in here. This is the typical, the diamond DMT guys that folds up. It's a medium stone. A few guys have also, you've been asking about the dog bones. I don't think this is a Lansky's. Maybe it was originally. I've had this for quite a few years. This is the one that Dave took the plastic ends off of. I bought it years ago because I didn't have anything that would do serrated blades. I don't know if you can see that, but each side is a slightly different radius. One is a sharp radius to a medium to a really broad radius. It also has the fish hook thing right here. It's a nice ceramic. It won't do anything ultra dull, but I've always really liked this guy. I know I left the silly ends off because I didn't know any better. That's pretty much it for my big kit. It'll do just about anything. Anything beyond that you're going to need medical training for, or be on your way to the hospital. I don't use the silly little snake bite things. Everything in here has been tried and tested many times, so this is pretty much what's boiled down to. And once it's wrapped up, it is pretty much bursting, but that does it for first aid. Otherwise, we'll see you again. Thank you.